This is WGRG 100.5 FM, where we meet the absolute minimum FCC broadcasting standards. It's time to hang on and brace yourself for a community radio program that's frankly indescribable. Let's talk Geneseo. Two guys with nothing better to do on a Friday morning but to talk about our community. Geneseo City Administrator Brandon Meglin and City Alderman Keith Kennett. And yeah, nobody, and I mean nobody, puts the blah in blah, blah, blah like these guys do.
And good Friday morning, and as you just heard, this is Let's Talk Geneseo. I'm Keith Kennett, along with Brandon Meglin, here to bring you another half hour, maybe a little less, who knows.
Maybe more.
We're here to bring you another period of knowledge and, well, I don't know if it's knowledge. We're here to bring you another period of something on this Friday morning here on good old WGRG, your hometown radio station here in good old Geneseo, Illinois. Again, Brandon, always good to see you, buddy.
You too. Hey, Arbor Day 2025. Let's go.
It is Arbor Day. It is Arbor Day. We celebrate all things tree, I guess, would be.
Yep, it is. Yep, we've got a tree Arbor Day dedication ceremony, a planting of a new tree. Some students from the Geneseo Environmental Club will be joining us at the City Park around 9 a.m. here this morning. When we leave the studio, we'll be heading over there for a tree planting in celebration of this occasion today.
So there you go. And if you want to join in on that, it's at City Park, just a little bit. It's in the boulevard, actually, west of the Kiwanis shelter.
Correct.
All right, 9 o'clock. Bring a shovel. Probably don't bring a shovel.
Not needed.
Yeah, maybe bring a delicious cup of coffee.
Right.
Are we going to do anything, sing tree songs or anything, Brandon? What do we do at the Arbor Day celebration other than watch other people work and plant a tree?
That's the bulk of it.
All right.
The mayor will be out there. The students from the Environmental Club, I think there's seven or eight students coming down from the high school to share some remarks on the importance of trees in our community and an Arbor Day. So should be a short but worthwhile ceremony.
There you go. All right. Well, we'll look forward to that. And Brandon will be there, of course, maybe myself. So if you want to come and, hang out, that would be good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Excellent. All right. Well, we do have a guest this morning that we're very pleased to have. And Brandon, we'll let you do all the introductions.
Yeah, we would like to thank Greg Kerner from Thai-Town Cafe 2 for joining us here in the studio this morning. Welcome, Greg.
Well, thanks. I feel very honored to be part of this. This is a great thing.
Yeah. Yep. As most folks probably know in the community already, Thai-Town Cafe 2 has opened up, about a month and a half, 2 months?
Yeah.
Geez, what's it been now, February?
It'll be 2 months at the end of this week, actually. We've had a few things come up just recently, though. We've been closed for 2 weeks with some renovations to our kitchen.
Yep. So we want to kind of get into it with Greg here a little bit and find out what brought this new great restaurant to Geneseo. And so why don't we start with, can you give us kind of the history, Greg, on, you guys have had a location in Rapid City for some time. Rapid City, correct?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. And so what inspired a second location and the building, the historic building on State Street in Geneseo?
Well, we started looking for a second location probably a year ago, and my wife and I started scouting around different cities: Clinton, Comanche, Muscatine, Kewanee, even down as far as Galesburg and Milan. And Geneseo was always on our eye, and it seemed to be a nice town to put things in because the growth that's going on in the community is really strong, and we wanted to be somewhere that already has a little familiar feel for Thai-Town Cafe already. So we've been doing deliveries here for probably a year already before we opened. So there was a little test in the market, so to speak, and it was pretty big. So it's kind of a given. So we started watching for a building to come up, And the owners of Golden Gardens Cafe or Buffet, they actually contacted us to see if we were interested, and we jumped on the chance to get in on State Street because of the historical feel for it, and it seems to be the center of business for Geneseo for the smaller shops, and that's what we wanted to keep it at, and it really worked out great for us.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about, obviously you alluded to, there's been some challenges with getting things going, and old building, old equipment coming in, but I guess tell us a little bit about the process and getting a new business going, and what makes Thai-Town Cafe too unique.
Well, anytime starting a business, there's hiccups and obstacles to jump over. The building itself was very old, and we knew that coming into it. And along with that, there's older equipment. The first thing we had to worry about is structure and design. We wanted to keep the same feel of the Thai-Town Cafe in Rapid City because we designed that based on restaurants in Thailand. We wanted the customers to have that feel that they were in Thailand having dinner and experience the culture. And with doing that, there's a lot of renovations for the building, and I think we nailed it on the head, or hit the nail on the head for that. But getting it started, we assessed the equipment the best we could, and got it going, thinking we could go another 5 years before we replaced some stuff. But we added a few things and hit the street running. So doing that, I think we wore out a couple things already, and I had to close just 2 weeks ago because the wok system itself started leaking gas. So right away we closed that up and started shopping for a new wok, and those are quite expensive, we've found out, and I had to end up ordering one that was all the way from California, and it's installed now, but while we're shut down, we're replacing a few other things to make sure we're good to go before we reopen.
So tell us about what makes Thai-Town unique as far as the dishes that you guys offer and the process in the kitchen.
Well, my wife designed every dish on the menu herself. They're from her own family recipes, and she's only been here 8 years, and she's worked at a couple other Thai restaurants just in helping out with friends, and that's how she got to know the restaurant business. But the recipes themselves, they're straight from her family, and her mom had her growing up as a child cooking all day, and everything from pad thai to wusen and fried rice, a lot of variations of all three. And the biggest difference is we don't cook anything ahead of time. Every meal is made per order. And with doing that, she can customize everything for every appetite or every food allergy. All of our pans are washed between every meal, regardless of having an allergy for a customer request. But that's all part of authentic Thai cooking. If you go to Thailand, they do the same thing. And it's because they want to have their food fresh, and it gives a much more vibrant flavor for each meal.
I'm a fan of the crab rangoons at your place.
Yeah, the crab rangoons, they're a big hit, and a friend of ours at another restaurant in Moline actually came up with that design, but my wife tweaked it a little bit to give it a slightly different flavor. So yeah, they're a big hit.
Yeah. So tell us about I think you guys are going to actually do a ribbon cutting coming up, a grand opening, but what you're very active on social media. You've been kind of an open book with the whole process and getting the place, and people
Sure.
have liked to follow that to see what's going on and engaging with the community. But yeah, what's on the horizon for a grand opening or other engagement with the Geneseo community that you guys have planned?
Well, we do plan to have a ribbon cutting when we get our grand opening date set. Obviously, we've been open a while, but with being closed, we decided to have a ribbon cutting and really celebrate that we're coming back and ready to be full service like everyone expects. We recently went to Thailand to visit family while we were closed, and we brought back some souvenirs for everybody. So everybody that comes to that ribbon cutting will get something from Thailand. So
Nice.
we're excited, and with the year coming, we're planning to be involved with the community events and setting up our own little food stand with specials for just those events. So that'll be fun.
Great. Yeah. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to add in or share with our listeners about what you got coming up? Or
Well, we are hiring if anyone's interested. Starting pay is $15 per hour plus tips on top of that, which is outstanding for a restaurant option. Most restaurants start at $9 per hour and add tips after that, but we know our staff are more than valuable, and to give them that extra pay is something that we think is necessary to have a good, effective staff and good dining experience for our customers. So if anyone knows someone that's looking for a job and interested in learning to cook Thai, or even one of you two are interested, maybe you want to come and work the dining room for a while, that'll be great.
Some walking around money, Brandon.
There you go.
There you go.
live broadcast?
Maybe.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, one thing, hey, Greg, and I'll ask you. Let's say you're someone, such as myself, that has no idea what Thai food is.
Yeah.
Brandon is mentioning some of the items that you have on your menu, and I have absolutely no idea what he's talking about. What would you suggest, though, for someone that's never had it? They're coming in. What would be a good introductory dish to order, or what kind of guidance could you give for someone that's maybe a little timid with their trying new food horizons?
Well, that's a great question, because that's something we get a lot in Geneseo, actually. There is a good crowd that knows what Thai food is, but there's a majority that don't. And if you've been into a Chinese restaurant, it's similar, but every dish has a different flavor. And if you want to try something that's just basic, I would go with maybe black pepper garlic beef, or Thai fried rice, maybe pad Thai. Those are all our basic dishes from each category. The fried rice category, noodles. Pad Thai is the king of the noodles for Thai Town. And then the stir fries, black pepper beef is pretty popular. And then we also have broccoli beef. And we did keep some of the dishes from China Gardens Cafe, or Golden Gardens Cafe, and they gave us a recipe for their orange chicken, their Mongolian beef, Szechuan chicken, and a few other things. But my wife did tweak them a little bit to her own style. And if you ever visit a Thai restaurant, you'll see that it's more artistic in presentation also, so it won't look the same, but it'll have that familiar flavor, and I think you guys would love it. So.
Well, there you go. Stop in. Probably will track you down or ask one of the servers, and I'm sure they'll give good guidance on what would be a safe dish to start with. But it doesn't sound like there's a Thai pizza or anything like that on the menu.
Not yet. We have ventured into that a few times at Rapid City. There was a pizza place in Cordova that was just starting, and we wanted to help them get a kick. So we collaborated a Thai-style pizza with them, and it was a big hit. And we still get requests now and then. So.
I think we could do a Thai Town crab rangoon pizza, maybe.
There you go. Yeah.
All right.
Trademarked.
Brandon's Thai pizza.
Right. A little picture of Brandon serving it or something.
Yeah, there you go.
What's your favorite dish, Greg?
My favorite? Oh, there's so many. In the curry menu, I think I like khao soi. It's a variety of meats with. It also includes noodles and the curry sauce. And the stir fry section would probably be the gras pra kai. It's ground chicken with mixed veggies, and it's got a little spice to it. In the noodles, I think I like the wu sen. It's hair noodles. They're absolutely awesome, and it's full of vegetables. That's another thing. You can order all of our entrees on 3 different levels of spiciness. The stereotype is that everybody thinks Thai food's spicy and hot, but it's really not unless you order it that way. And at our restaurant, everything's made mild unless it's mentioned on the menu. It would have a pepper next to it. It's just a little bit up from mild. But we have 3 different levels. There's mild, which is she calls American. And then medium is a little bit up from that, and then there's authentic. Authentic's a big jump, so keep that in mind.
Nice. Well, appreciate you joining us here this morning, and thank you for your investment in downtown Geneseo. And
no problem.
Look forward to many more years of Thai Town Cafe.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks.
And again, nice improvements, updates to the building, like your sign, nice sign that you have on the building. It's all,
thanks.
All good. So welcome to the community, and nothing but the best in the future.
That sounds good. We're glad to be here.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, we got the big 9 o'clock Arbor Day celebration, Brandon.
Yeah.
Anything else we should make our listeners aware of on the items of things happening in our wonderful community?
Yeah, well, we should definitely mention that the Chamber of Commerce's big first spring event of the year is the Geneseo Art Walk, which is tomorrow in downtown Geneseo from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Lots of art featured, artists coming in, different activities for kids happening. Downtown looks like it's going to be a great day weather-wise to come out, so make sure to head down to State Street for that tomorrow. What else, Keith? Things on the city council docket. Spring cleanup, city service coming up May 5th through the 8th. That's one that get a lot of questions on this time of year. You can check out the city's Facebook page, citygeneseo.com, for additional information on your quadrant and what day they will be coming, and other rules surrounding what you can put out for that. We call it the junk cleanup, the spring junk cleanup at curbside. We've been doing, for the past few years, the Chamber of Commerce also does the hosting for Garage Sale Weekend, which is May the 1st through the 3rd. So we do that strategically before junk days, so you can have your garage sale if you'd like, and then maybe some of those items that don't go in the garage sale can go to the curb from there. So
all part of the plan.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know what else. So North State Street, big infrastructure project. We see what we call Phase 1B going on right now from Palace to Wells. That's the full infrastructure replacement, water, sewer, storm, and then new streetscape, sidewalk, decorative lighting going down to the high school. We're in the planning phases right now. Those who live in what we call Phase 2 of the project, which is from Wells to Ogden, extending all the way down to the high school here on North State, received door tags earlier this week about continuation of the infrastructure project. We're going to be setting the stage here coming up, probably starting next week, for some, the electrical is going underground. We need to start some tree clearing and begin some processes for that project. The electric department needs to get ahead of the other underground infrastructure replacement. That'll be happening this spring and summer on North State. There is a neighborhood meeting scheduled for those impacted by that project that got door tags. That's taking place this upcoming Monday. We'll be meeting with those neighbors and making sure that they're filled in on exactly what's happening out in the city right away in front of their homes. So more to come there.
And for a big project that's progressing pretty much on schedule and on budget and stuff, so we're pleased with that, and hopefully that continues and should be wrapped up by the end of end of 26.
Phase 2 down to the high school will probably extend into 2027. It'll be a split year like phase 1 was.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll start digging out the street in 2026 is the game plan right now, as we prepare for budget presentation, which will be this fall, but that is planned to be in there. One of the other questions we get on the project, got a few times, the first part of the project in phase 1, the contractor still needs to pour some of the sidewalks, and we see some gravel patch in there that they've been waiting for the weather. There are some requirements on temperatures at night getting down to a certain level, and if we want to pour back smooth sidewalks and not have to throw blankets on them and have pot marks in the sidewalk, we've just been waiting for those temperatures to get to the right level for us. So I believe next week or the week following, they're going to be finishing up some of that sidewalk work when we talk about really where they started the project, which is at Park and State. So right there, as we get past some of the main downtown shops, there's some sidewalk work still to do. So they'll be getting to that, wrapping that up too.
And maybe you can speak a little bit about the work being done up at Richmond Hill Park. We'll be seeing a new improvement there.
Yeah, so we call this the Richmond Hill Park Stage. This is a project that's in coordination with Hannah McGee from the Geneseo High School here, Girl Scouts of America, assisting with some fundraising, some project coordination. But at a very simple level, we're putting in a permanent stage shelter. If those who have attended Thrill on the Hill fireworks celebration in the past, we usually bring in a flatbed trailer and have musical entertainment up there for that event. So there'll be a permanent stage structure there. It'll be a concrete pad poured into the hillside there with an overhead timber structure above it, kind of pitched front to back to give it a little bit of a stage feel, but can also be used, rented by the public just for regular shelter purposes, having ceremonies or parties and graduations, things up there in the park. Nice new facility up there for that. So concrete for that to start late May, early June. Plan is to have the Thrill on the Hill celebration on that concrete pad and the foundations for the timber overhead structure. Then we'll see that new beautiful timber structure put in probably late July, early August, and then landscaping around it after that, early fall.
So lots going on here in Geneseo. Brandon, always good having you in to share the information and stuff. And of course, I don't think we've ever really had anyone do this, but if you do have any questions or comments or want to get a hold of us here on the program, you can email Brandon at
bmeglin at cityofgeneseo.com, BMAEGLIN at cityofgeneseo.com, or just stop in. Just stop into City Hall. Give us a holler. A lot of people just talk to us in person if they have feedback on the show or want to see something, or just give us a call at City Hall. I'd like to hear your feedback.
Yeah. Maybe come in later in the day, talk with Brandon, stretch it out enough, maybe head over to Thai Town Cafe too.
Yeah. Well, not today.
Well, not today, but but at an appropriate time, that would be a little something.
Greg's got to fire up the walk still, so
we'll be posting that announcement sometime next week, and we'll set that date and just get on our Facebook and follow our page. We'll make some announcements real quick, and you'll be excited about it.
All right, we'll save your questions for Brandon for a couple weeks then, and hit him up right at closing. All right, and with that, that's going to wrap up the program for this Friday. Greg, thank you very much for coming in. Brandon, always a pleasure and good seeing you, my friend. And you've been listening to WGRG 100.5 FM in Geneseo. Have a great weekend.